Hey Dystopia, it's Bad Guys. Welcome to the studio again. We're going to do something kind of technical today. Let me show you what we're going to do to make sure that you're interested. We are going to take this song.
Sometimes you just get a feeling like you need some kind of change.
And we're going to split out the vocal channel from the mix
like you need some kind of change.
and make an isolated vocal stem. And then we're also going to have an isolated accompaniment to go with it. Now, if this is something you're interested in, hold on tight. I'm going to have some edits in this one, so normally I try to do these in one shot, but there's some periods of time here where we have to wait for things to load and process, so I'm going to skip the live thing and just kind of just talk you through it. So we're going to use something called Spleeter. Spleeter is a workflow for TensorFlow, which is a machine learning platform. It's all open source. I think Deezer's the one who made the actual Spleeter code. So I will provide links in the description below for all of the things that we're going to need to install, and I'm going to gloss over some stuff because this is going to be a quick delivery of how to get it up and running and a quick example of it. But if you have questions, please ask them and I'll do my best to answer. Okay, so let's actually pop over here and talk about what we need to install. So we're going to need a Miniconda shell, which I'll provide the link for below. Once that's up and running, we're going to set up an environment in there so that we can use a very specific version of Python, the Python framework, and then we're going to also install the Spleeter code, and then we're going to run an example of it. Okay, so let's switch over here to cyberspace. All right, cool. So this is inside the Miniconda shell. This is presuming we have that installed already. Get that set up first, and then once you open up Miniconda3, you'll get this command prompt. It's not as fancy as this. It's just a black screen, so don't worry. All right, let's check it out. So first of all, we're going to create an environment in Anaconda that allows us to kind of control our project. So I'm going to type in my shell, Conda, create, name, Spleeter. You can name this whatever. This is just, you got to remember it. And then I'm going to specify that I want Python equals 3.6 Anaconda. That's probably because I was playing with that folder already. So we're going to go ahead and build it. You may or may not see that continue thing. I'm going to cut some time here. Okay, after about 10 minutes of solving the environment, it's decided that Anaconda knows what it needs to do, and it will give you a list of packages to get the initial environment set up. So I'm just going to hit yes on this and let it go. It'll build this way for a little while, so I'll check back. Okay, that took about 5 minutes. Now we're complete. So to activate this environment, we're going to use the command it suggests, and we're going to say conda activate Spleeter. And now this, I use the name Spleeter. This is whatever you named your environment. So we're going to activate that. And you can see the name on the far left change to Spleeter from base. Cool. Now we're in our environment that we can control with Python 6 and the kind of dependencies that we need. So this order seems to matter, at least in my experience. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to use a package manager for Python called pip, and we're going to install the Python ffmpeg library. We're going to do that just by typing pip install Python ffmpeg and let this build. Next, we will do a conda install, and we're installing from we're going to hit -C, and we'll say conda -forge and ffmpeg and libsnd file. Now the Spleeter documentation says you don't need this libsound file unless you're doing training of the machine algorithms, but I have just been putting it in, and this is the process that worked the most reliably, so I'm going to follow it. This will solve the environment for a few minutes. wants to, so we'll check it. All right, we're back. That was about 10 minutes. Now, it looks like it wants to proceed with the install from the different packages that it needs. So I'm going to hit yes on this and actually let it do the install. The solving of the environment takes the longest. Okay, so now we should be about ready to do the Spleeter install. These were all the dependencies. So we're going to do a pip install Spleeter. Now, because this technology is kind of like new and developing constantly, this process may change literally tomorrow. So be advised, this is what works today. So I'm hoping that it's still valid if you're watching this like 2 years from now. Anyhow, we're going to pip install Spleeter, and this is a little flag. I was running into errors where it wouldn't build because of a different package, and it turns out I don't think I need it, so I'm going to do 2 hyphens, ignore hyphen installed, and it's called LLVM LITE, LLVM Lite. So I'm going to pip install Spleeter -- ignore installed LLVM Lite. It will spit out some errors. We don't care. It still works. So let's let this actually build, and then we'll check back in a second. That was another 5 minutes. Look at all the stuff we installed. Okay, so now, to recap, we are running Spleeter, which is a workflow for TensorFlow, which is a machine learning platform, which is running on Python 3.6, which is running inside Miniconda3 Shell environment. Okay, that's where we are. The next trick is we need to have an MP3 of the track we want to split, and I like to keep it in its own subfolder. So I'm going to call this one strangers.mp3. So we're going to issue the command. Now, I advise you check the Spleeter documentation because there are different models. Right now we're using the default 2-stem model, which means it'll pull out the vocals, it'll pull out the accompaniment. You can actually dial that in to pull out guitar, bass, piano, human voice, etc. So like right now we're just doing the simplest one just so you can see how it works, and then you can choose to go deeper if you wish. So we're going to say Spleeter separate -O, which is for the output, and we're going to give it a name. This is going to make a folder called, let's call it Split Stranger. Whoop, no space. Split Stranger. And then, let's see. Oh, and then we give it the name of the file. So some of the older documentations, there was like a flag, like a -I you had to set. We don't do that now. We're just going to type the name of the MP3. So that's, I think, strangers.mp3. Okay. Now we run Spleeter. Okay, we're done. Look, it says it created accompaniment.wave and vocals.wave, and that is what is right here in this. So we've got the audio of the vocal from that track. There are some artifacts that come through. The algorithm isn't exactly perfect, but you can really work with it. You can really clean it up in your mix. The same with this. If you're pulling it to practice a song that you want to sing, you can kind of learn karaoke backing track with it. This is really good for somebody who wants to remix or resample and kind of do all that extra work. Of trying to extract an already mixed set. It'll do it for you. So anyway, thanks for your time. I hope it's helpful. Please ask me any questions. If I can help you, I will. And you know what? Be kind to each other and don't trust your technology. I'll see you out there.